You're late, Batman. Traffic in Mega City 1 isn't an excuse. I've been standing here for 10 minutes watching criminals get processed below. How's Gotham holding up these days? Still dealing with costumed lunatics every other week. At least your criminals don't have the population density problems we face here. 30 million people in one city creates unique challenges.
The scale here is overwhelming. I respect what you do, Dredd. Judge, jury, and executioner all in one. Not my style, but it works for Mega City 1. Alfred sends his regards. Says you should visit the cave sometime. He's curious about your lawgiver weapon. How have things been on your end lately?
The streets never stop bleeding. Processed 40 perps yesterday alone. Drugs, murder, robbery, the usual. Your butler's invitation is appreciated but unnecessary. I don't do social visits. You contacted me about a threat assessment, something extraterrestrial. My time is valuable, so let's get to it. What's the situation that requires both our attention, and why did you fly to Mega City 1?
There's an elite mercenary squad called the GINYU force working for an alien tyrant named Frieza. 5 members, each with power levels that dwarf most Earth threats. They're heading to this sector of space looking for something called Dragon Balls. If they land on Earth, conventional military and law enforcement won't stop them. They treat planets like playgrounds and populations like toys. We need a plan before they arrive.
Alien mercenaries with superior firepower. Standard invasion scenario. Mega City 1 has protocols for extraterrestrial threats. Sonic cannons, plasma weapons, tactical nuclear response if necessary. You're telling me these 5 are beyond that. Give me specifics. Power levels, abilities, weaknesses. I don't plan operations on vague threat assessments. What exactly can they do that concerns you enough to fly across countries?
They can destroy cities with energy blasts, move faster than sound, and survive in space without equipment. The leader, Captain GINYU, has a unique ability, body swapping. He can trade bodies with anyone, taking their physical form and abilities while trapping them in his original body. The others have various techniques. One freezes time briefly. Another manipulates space. Standard weapons won't touch them.
Body swapping complicates things. Can't execute a perp if they're wearing a civilian's face. Time manipulation and space warping are tactical nightmares. But every criminal has a weakness, alien or not. They wouldn't be mercenaries if they were unstoppable. What's their operational pattern? How do they function as a unit? Hierarchies and command structures create vulnerabilities we can exploit.
They're theatrical and arrogant. Before fighting, they perform elaborate poses and announce themselves. It's a ritual they take seriously. That pride is their weakness. They underestimate opponents they consider beneath them. My plan exploits their arrogance. We create a scenario where they're forced to follow their own rules of engagement while we control the battlefield. Trick them into fighting on our terms, not theirs.
Using enemy protocols against them is sound strategy. But arrogance only works as weakness if we can deliver actual threat. You said conventional weapons are useless. How do we hurt them enough to matter? I've got lawgivers, incendiary rounds, armor, piercing ammunition. You've got your gadgets. None of that sounds sufficient against City, destroying aliens. What's the actual damage plan here beyond psychological tactics?
Let's get Robin's input.
The GINYU force operates on power level obsession. They measure strength with scouters and dismiss anyone below certain thresholds. If we can fake higher power readings using electromagnetic interference and energy signature mimicry, they'll take us seriously as opponents. Once engaged, their showboating creates openings. Raccoon talks during fights. Birder brags about his speed. Jace coordinates badly. Goldo panics under pressure. Captain GINYU is the only disciplined one. Separate him from the group, the others fall apart.
The kid makes tactical sense. Fake strength readings to gain respect, then exploit individual behavioral patterns. I can work with that. Justice Department has EMP technology and energy signature generators for riot control. We repurpose them to broadcast false power levels. They arrive expecting weaklings. Instead, they read threats. Changes their approach completely. They'll fight seriously instead of playing around. That's when we strike.
While they're fighting seriously, we deploy specialized containment. I've built restraints using nth metal from Thanagar. It adapts to the wearer's strength and suppresses energy projection. We immobilize them one by one. Goldo first, since his time freeze is the most dangerous tactical ability. Then Birder because his speed makes him hard to track. Then Raccoon, Jace, and finally GINYU when he's isolated from potential body swap targets.
Containment sequence is logical but optimistic. You're assuming we can restrain them before they realize what's happening, and just obliterate everything. These aren't Gotham thugs or mega city punks. They're military operatives who've conquered planets. The moment they sense genuine danger, they'll stop posing and start killing. We need a backup for when containment fails and they go full lethal. What's the contingency for total engagement breakdown?
Master Bruce, I've been monitoring this discussion with growing concern. Even if your containment works perfectly, you're dealing with employees of a galactic tyrant. Capturing his elite force will bring Frieza himself to Earth. That seems counterproductive to planetary safety. Have you considered that successfully stopping the GINYU force might create a worse problem than simply letting them take whatever they're looking for?
Alfred's concern is noted, but the Dragon Balls they're hunting can grant wishes. We can't let Frieza's forces acquire that kind of power. If containment fails completely, we have a nuclear option. I've contacted the Green Lantern Corps. They're monitoring the situation. If Earth faces extinction-level threat, they'll intervene directly. It's not ideal relying on external support, but facing planet conquerors requires accepting we can't handle everything alone.
Green Lanterns as backup. Between fake power readings, specialized restraints, tactical containment sequence, and cosmic police as failsafe, we've got layers. I'll coordinate Mega, City 1's defensive grid with your systems. When the GINYU force lands, they'll encounter coordinated resistance from two cities simultaneously. Split their attention. Divide their forces they want to pose and perform. We'll give them a stage, then drop the curtain on them. Justice will be served, Earth style.